Hey everybody, welcome back. This is Miss Faye, and this is my world. First of all, I must thank all of you for supporting this channel. Those of you who have left your comments, thank you so much. I read every one. And thank you for those who have left a love offering. This will help the channel grow. So let's get started. So let's talk about this DL man. Now, first of all, just like the title, the DL man is not born gay. So that means that the DL man was made somehow. So just let's look at his life. Now, a lot of DL men were molested. Follow me. Molested when they were little boys by their own mothers or the mother figure in the house. The mother that molests her own son is a narcissist. So now, this young man grows up ashamed because he hates his mother, but he wants to be loved. He's introduced to loving a man. Now, how does that happen? How does it happen? All right, because when he was molested by his mother, he didn't enjoy that experience. He's a little boy. He's confused. He's shocked. Whether he's heard about, he may have heard about some sex, I don't know, or he could be younger and don't know anything until he grows a little older and finds out that this sort of thing is condemned. It's not acceptable. So now he, because of his confusion, he starts hearing these whispers. These whispers that comfort him. These whispers, it comforts him, not realizing who these whispers are coming from. And these whispers, to identify, the whispers are coming from an entity that takes advantage of these sort of situations where the narcissist has done this act, this sexual act with her own child. The entity, and they bonded. Now, okay, we talked about that in the soul tie. They had sex together, so now they both have the same energy. So now he has not said yes to the demon yet, because he has not acted on the impulse. And I know that was I didn't want to go fast because I didn't want to confuse you. So let's go back over that again, because this is important before I talk about the other ways that the DL man can appear. Just because you are molested by a demon, just because you were molested by a demon and the person that did this to you has a demonic energy inside of them to do that to you. So because you were molested by a demon, when he left you, he did leave a mark. He left a mark. And the mark, you would have to accept it for the demon to take full control over you. And then you can go around affecting other people. Okay. All right. So now this little boy had sex with his mother, which is a mind blower anyway. He had sex with his mother. Now when he grows up, he's about, 10, 11, 12. He's out playing with his friends, okay? But the demon is still whispering in his ear, hey, you don't like little girls, Maybe you like that little boy over there. Go over there and, So he might, he might just go over and hang around him or whatever, because he doesn't know what to do with it. He just hangs around him. But there comes a time when he does know what to do with it. And many times it's this person that was molested by his mother that will make the first move on a friend of his. And then that's, the connection. But in the meanwhile, this person, the first person that slept with the mother, by this time he knows that it's wrong to have sex with your mother. And that is probably stopped. Usually after they get some age, the mother stops. She can't continue to have sex because now he knows better. He doesn't want to do it. He's ashamed of it. So he wants to go around and act like it never happened, but he's still marked. And that mark is telling him things. It's telling him things. Now, when he, in his heart, accepts it and acts on it, the demon fully takes over. Now, this is what I believe happens. Okay? This is what I believe happens with that DL narcissist. Now, once the demon has taken over, of course, he's going to go out sleeping with other people, and everybody that he's sleeping with. See, he's a narcissist. He's a full-blown narcissist because he accepted it. He accepted it. You see, when these demons come to you, they bring a contract. They bring a contract. And if you accept the energy of the contract by doing it, you see, then you have that mark to do other things. But we're gonna stay here. We're gonna stay here, right, with the DL man. Now, there are other ways that the DL man is being created. If he goes off to jail or to prison, we've all heard those stories. He goes off to prison somewhere for a number of years, and he's introduced to it. He's introduced to it. Now, the men who are raped in prison, I'm not talking about those men because I don't have the data, but I don't think that those men would turn out to be DL men. Because rape is a totally different thing. But heterosexual men are introduced to the demon when they go to prison. And once the demon has sex with them, then they have the mark. Whether they're going to accept the contract or not and do it to somebody else. You understand? I don't want people to get confused by the message and think that just because they were molested as a child, that that they're going to turn out to be these horrible people and they're going to go around molesting other people. No, 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 not saying that at all. But if the trauma was so bad to you and you're an innocent, the demon uses that. He uses that to suck you in. To suck you in. When you feel like you've lost all hope, then he comes with the answer. Just do this. Just do this, and you'll be okay. Just do this. Find yourself doing things that you would not ordinarily do. So, no, the DL man is not born gay. He accepted a demon somewhere along the way who is running the show. Who's running the show? Now, I know some people say that all narcissists, men, are on the DL. And I guess if the men are, I guess they believe the women are doing the same thing. I don't have experience with that, so I don't know about that. But I do know how the DL man operates. And this demon does not care who he infects with this energy. Now, if you are a spiritual person, and let me go back on that. What do I mean by a spiritual person? I mean a person who lives by the laws of the universe. I think I could put it that way. People who live by the laws of the universe. I'll say that that's what I'm going to define as being spiritual. So that's not, being holy or religious or any of that. It's a person that lives their lives by the laws of the universe. Okay? If you have sex with the narcissist, you're probably protected spiritually, protected against that mark, protected against the mark. You see? But those of you who may not be, and and you may be molested by a woman. You're a woman. You're molested by a woman. Okay? Here we go. Now, somewhere in your mind, now being molested and being raped can be two different things, because usually when people are raped, they are devastated by the experience. When you're molested, you don't know what to think of the experience. It may have felt good, but something in you told you you shouldn't be enjoying this. It's a different kind of feeling, is what I'm getting at, when you're molested. So that's why when the mark is on you, you have to make a decision. Are you going to continue chasing that feeling, or are you going to walk away from that experience and try to heal from the experience? Because a lot of folks who have been molested, they go for the healing. They don't go out and try to molest other people. They go for the healing of it. So I guess what I need to say here is, people, you really should watch your children, because the demon is out here looking for the most vulnerable. And of course it's the children. But he's already prepped the children to accept him by social media, TV, publications, everything around that the child sees, even the toys that the child plays with, are prepping them for when the demon comes. They will accept the contract with the demon, thinking that it's normal, it's okay, it's okay. We accept. You accepted the contract with the demon. And it's happening. Open your eyes. Look. You prop your kids in front of the TV to watch cartoons on Saturday morning so they can get out of your hair. Have you ever sat down and looked at those cartoons? You might be surprised. All kind of sexual innuendos and images and all kind of stuff. It's all about prepping. The demon is out here to gather souls. But the DL man, it's flourishing in the black community. It's flourishing because of this. And the music industry is not helping that, because, the wearing your pants down is a signal that you all about the booty. You see, it was a signal in prison, and it's a signal on the street that that's what you're about. So now here your son comes out to go to school with his pants all down around his waist and everything, and you just think it's a style. But it's a signal for the demon. It's a signal for the demon to come, because here's another one that's all about the booty. We can do this. DL men are born heterosexual men that accepted a demon. Accepted the demon. And the demon took control. But just because these men were molested does not mean that they accepted the demon. Many of them went for healing. They went for healing instead. But if you, like I said before, if you were molested by a parental figure, those emotions are totally different than being molested by somebody you trusted. See? That's totally different. But I just want you to be aware of that. to be aware of that. That these, the DL men are accepting this. They are accepting it. And I smiled a moment ago because the very thing that came into my head was they accepted the mark of the beast. It just popped in my head. And I'm not biblical. I'm not biblical. You see? The DL man, he has accepted the demon. He's accepted it. So you look at him like you would look at any narcissist. Any. And you can expect from him the same. But the danger, the real danger part of what's going on is that these young men are treating this like it's some sort of fashion. It's some sort of fashion. You know, they're just having sex with each other like it's the thing to do. And it's not just the men now, it's the women too. The women too. Now, whether the women are saying that they're lesbians or not, I don't know. But the men on the DL, they are definitely saying that they are straight men to the public. But they are sleeping with men, sneaking around, sleeping with men, and most of them sleeping around with openly gay men, openly, because they don't want to have to look for the man, so, you know, they'll go and find an openly gay man and sleep with him and treat him just like whatever, and then going about his business. But see, the DL man is an evil spirit. He's possessed with an evil spirit. So what he does is, it's not going to be good for your well-being at all. At all. And what he's doing is going around recruiting people. He's recruiting people. But now with this whole phase that's going around, that is the thing to do. Just, you know, you like women, but you sleep with men, and now they're acting like it's a normal thing. It's just a thing to do, the thing to be, just be on the in crowd. And even you hear women saying, you know, about the polyamorous and all these amorouses and all of that is demonic. It's demonic. You see, this is an ancient energy. This energy just didn't pop up a few days ago or a few years ago. This energy has been around since the beginning of time, before man. So it's very cunning and very intelligent, and it knows exactly what it's doing. I know those of us, you know, when we go to church and everything, we talk about these things all the time about, you know, devils and demons and beware and all this stuff. But somehow you miss the mark that it's happening right in front of your eyes. It's happening right in front of your eyes, and you're not even recognizing what's going on. If you have young people in your care, please talk to them. You might as well talk to them in plain English, because somebody is. It might as well be you. So that they won't fall into these traps. Won't fall into these traps. Because what happens with the young men, you see, somebody else will take them on as a friend. That person could be under the spirit, in the spirit, take them up as a friend, and the whole friendship is that they're grooming them to sleep with them eventually. Just kind of, dropping little hints about things, to make them feel comfortable. And before you know it, if your young man doesn't know before, you know what I mean? Under certain circumstances, these things can happen. Now, whether that person feels like he was molested or abused may make the difference in the person's mind. Because when you think about abuse, you think about the violence of it, the hurt of it, and all of that. But when you think about being molested, you think about being touched. Somebody fondling you, being touched in an inappropriate way. So, for instance, if these young men or young women are being molested in a way that it wasn't unpleasant, you wish it didn't happen, but it wasn't unpleasant. So now the demon is working on you since he left his mark anyway. He's working on you and trying to get you to say okay to that. Yeah, it's okay to go on and do this thing. Well, with the media and the TV and music and young people being bombarded by all of this demonology right in their faces, it's hard for them to navigate the right thing to do. Now, the parents, you can stand up and tell them, no, you shouldn't be doing these things, but most kids will rebel against that unless you can tell them and explain to them in a way that it makes sense to them. It makes sense to them. Now, a lot of times they may join these groups. Some of these secret society groups that, you want them to be in an honor club, in whatever. And in these initiations, they may be asked to bend over. That's part of the initiation part of it. So what I'm trying to get you to understand is that this demon is active. And he is really working on the young people. And especially the young boys, because the male energy plays a very important part in the universe. And the demon, if he can destroy the male energy, there's no balance. There's no balance. And the universe is all about balancing everything out. So I would really like to know what you thought about this message. I find it to be a difficult message because the understanding of really at the base of it, what's going on. And it is spiritual. This is a spiritual attack on humanity. You see, it destroys the family. It destroys the family unit. It destroys the kids. It destroys the wife. The husband, he's off. Never satisfied with anything. Committing all the 7 deadly sins. Just Just out there. You see? And then he sort of, the demon likes the chaos and the conflict, so he sort of likes, he likes the secretiveness of it all. You don't know. You don't know, only me and my boy, me and my boys, me and my boys. And another thing I'm going to tell you about, check your man cave, man. Your man with these men cave. What they need a cave for? What these men need a cave for? Now, I can see for a man to have an office. I have an office. I can see a man have an office. But what is the man cave for? You need to check that, because number one, if a man has a family, what does he need a place that he can run off to and be in the cave with his boys for? These things need to be questioned, because if your man is on the down low and he's leaving, that mark is on you. On you. Because you may never act on it. You may never just start being sleeping around with everybody, or sleeping around with same sex or whatever. You may never start doing that, but still it's going to destroy you in another way. It's going to destroy you in another way. See, it affects you according to where you are in your vibration. So if your vibrations are very, very low, then you're going to do all kind of decrepit things, depraved things that happen on this low vibrational level. And if you're at a higher level, then you may put a little class to it, but it's all evil. It'll be all evil, but it may look differently. It may look differently, with different people. You see? Because we got these couples going out swinging. You marry the love of your life, and what do you need to be swinging with him for? Well, what do you need another couple for? Huh? What is it? It's evil. It's that same energy. It's that same demon who has circled down and around and around and around to you. Circle on and around and around and around to you. Because he is making soul ties with everybody he's sleeping with. And everybody they sleeping with soul tie. And it just keeps going on and on and on and on and on and on. Everybody that has this. Now some people realize there's something wrong with them, and they go for healing. They want to be healed of it. They want to feel the way they used to feel. Not to have these crazy demonic kind of thoughts anymore. So they go for healing. And that's what we all should do. Go to be healed of it. But the issue is, these boys and men who are on the DL right now, they're acting like it's a trend. And everybody needs to be on this train. Because everybody who's somebody is saying that they are on this train. You see? And your little people, your little kids, even the babies, if they're watching TV, they're seeing it. Even if they can't talk, it's registering in their subconscious, these things. This demon is prepping all of the young people to be accepting of this energy. That's what it is. He's wanting all the world to be accepting of this energy. So I really hope that you understand the message that I was trying to bring to you in this video. That the DL man is not born gay. He is created. He is created. Which tells you that there is an energy out there. An energy out there that is moving quickly through society. And once a person accepts the energy, then they got the ticket, they're on the train. Let's ride. Let's go. This is something that you really should be aware of and to be cautious of, especially with your children. And I say the children because they are the future. They are the future. And the way that it's going now is almost like it's going to be asexual. You know, it's not going to be, it seems like they're just trying to destroy the gender, period, the male-female gender. So anyway, I hope that I've said something in this video that can help somebody understand about the DL man. But these things are all spiritual, and we all are trying to ascend and to understand what is going on. So I hope that this knowledge will help you in your journey and your quest to find understanding and healing. And thank you again for spending the time to be with me and watch this video. I really appreciate you. And I hope to see you next time.